Hello guys, this is The Evil Within, Nightmare Playthrough, Chapter 8, A Planted Seed Will Grow. So we've just gone down that ladder, after doing the Keeper fight. And we're in the middle of nowhere, which applies in quite a lot of this game. So, no flashy cutscene at the start of this one, we're straight into it. There's confirmation of the title. And I believe we've got a shorter level here. We've just got to get through this whole area, and I was interested actually. But they also increase health. Yeah, I thought they might have done. So these medical kits, when you use them, if I'll just read that again. Yeah, they also increase basically how much health you have, which is very similar to the yellow orbs. No, yellow orb? What yellow orbs? What am I on about? It's not DMC. Yellow herbs, sorry, in Resident Evil 4. We've got a lot of trap parts. I say that, you can go through them quite easily, but we're fine for flash. Let's make some harpoons. Because harpoons are quite simple to use. Let's have a good search round. Could really do with the sniper because we've got a lot of alter egos here. But I can't really remember too much about this chapter. I mean, I've had a look at the title card just beforehand, which has given me some indication of what's coming up. But as I say, after chapter 9, like, all bets are off. I really can't remember too much. I bet there's a load of keys in this bit. It just seems prime for key statues, because you just wouldn't really notice them. Well, we're going to have to take these alter egos head on, so... Wow, he wasn't... What? He wasn't that fussed, was he? Right, eat this. Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Let's get this bastard in the legs. Come on, do you wanna fall, mate? Took his arm, no. I took some off. He might be dead, actually. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Let's see if we can catch his friend, because I'm curious about this. Yeah, man. Oh, I nearly got that wrong. He started opening his chest, which is not good news. Look at that, that is beautiful. I can't remember what specifically happens when they open the chest. I think it is just the... Oh, he's still going, that guy. Can you stealth kill these guys? I'm gonna try find out. I've got shotgun. Well, I don't have a load of shotgun ammo. Let's see here. It might not work, this. It doesn't work. There is no sneak kill. And I got very worried then. That's shotgun ammo, isn't it? It's pistol ammo. Yeah, I suppose that'll do. Come on, come back here. I'll get you with matches. I was trying to save resources. It's a bit awkward because, as you see, they really like back away once you hit him in the... Ah, he's got like tentacles. Bloody hell. That is very Resident Evil. I don't like that. We don't want to be dealing with stuff like that. Ooh. I love that. I was all calm and collected until they opened that thing up. I swear I saw some green gel. I did. Let's smash these boxes. Come on, game. Be kind. Hashtag be kind. Wow, this game is a dickhead. Not going to give me anything, is it? I've got enough to get by, just about, but I'm going to have to be a bit careful. And the fact I can't sneak kill any of these enemies also means it's a bit of a drain on resources. Because I would normally just go in for quite slow, but I'd just go for sneak kills and like bottle kills, but it's not really an option to me here. I'm gonna have to... I remember this bit. Alright then, mate. Bit of a waste this, but... Look at him, in little pieces. I love to see that. Come on. Fall over. Is it 3? Not 3. 4? 5. No. It's not happening, is it? There you go. Shotgun's the way to go with these guys. Thankfully we've got some shells. I was going to say bullets then, but weapon fanatics would not be happy with me. I picked some up then. What was it? It was sniper ammo. There we go. 2 bullets. 2 pistol bullets. 4. Jeez, we are on the bare bones here. Right. Why does my memory tell me there's spawns enemies in? I don't know how right that is. Can't hear anything, so... Ah! Key. That's convenient. I mean, that is very much the game going, have a key. Have a key, pal. You like you're struggling. There we go, let's get in there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's a regular enemy, that. I've just noticed that, like, the water, like, actually runs down the screen, similar to sort of like having glasses, how rain goes down you. That's a cool touch, that. Ah, remember this. There's not too much to this, you just gotta make sure you're in cover. I think what's funny is, though, is that you can pick up those bolts. They're like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's get our head down. Whoa. That game, you little troll. Yeah, someone who plays a lot of third-person cover shooters, this isn't too difficult. Although it's a bit awkward. But there you go, they don't do much damage. So... let's have a look here. Still could do with something. If a regular enemy starts showing up, I'll feel a little bit better. Right. But this seems a bit of a calm mission, so I'm going to talk about... It's interesting looking back at 2014, the year this game came out, because horror games are in a real good place right now. Like, it's one of the few genres, I think, in video games that is thriving at the minute, in a sea of, like, some pretty dull genres that aren't thriving, so to speak, you know. Take, like, open world games that seem to be going for a pretty boring path. I'll just let Rubik talk here, in case anyone's interested in the story.
The one common factor is a case history of dissociative identity disorder. Previous experiments on the prefrontal cortex led to degradation of sense of self. But there were unanticipated results here. Suicidal thoughts of alternate personalities exhibited as attacks on the core personality. As self-consciousness waned, a sort of stasis was achieved. Like two creatures sewn together and forced to live as one, eternally hating the other. Delicious.
That's interesting. So the alter egos are explained then. So maybe my earlier criticism that some of the stuff isn't explained in this game is actually not a good criticism for myself, because it is kind of elaborate in here. But I was just going to say, like, horror games, like, so many genres I feel are in not a great place right now, but horror games are... What's that? Bats. Oh god. Oh no, I forgot about this. There we go. There's one left. Can you run over these? Oh god. You can. I do remember this. Get out of my way. I want to talk about a tangent without focusing on you bastards. Oh, they like jump around. They're so weird. Oh, I don't like them. I like the bloody phantom babies in DMC1. Right. Hang on. The infinite or something? No, they can't be. Just gotta open the door. So, horror games, right? Because this isn't too strenuous. They're in a really good place now with Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3. But I feel like a revival really started happening at these kind of the early parts of the last decade. You know, in 2013 we had games like Outlast, which I wouldn't. Is not survival horror. This is survival horror because there's more emphasis on actually fighting back. But it did start with those things like Outlast. If you want to go right back to Slender, I suppose even. Slender 8 Pages and what was that? Five Nights at Freddy's, was that the one? That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. And we got there slowly, but we're now in a place where horror games, I think, are really doing well, as I've said. You know, and it all started with small steps. You know, games like this, which was flawed, but people did enjoy the horror aspect. You also had the Resident Evil remake getting a HD remaster, which went down really well with Capcom. And that was only 2 years after Resident Evil 6 had killed the franchise. Which we don't need to go into that game, because I don't want to talk about Resi 6, I want this to be a fun time. But we had Resi 6, which obviously killed everyone internally. Let's just smash our way here, what's here? Pistol and gel. But the Resident Evil remake, you know, HD remaster did really well. It's one of, I think it was Capcom's best downloaded seller, you know, digital seller game, whatever words. And that told Capcom pretty clearly, look, we want that Resident Evil back, the horror one. And that led to us getting Resi 7, which I think was the real turnaround. Like, we'd had the games like Outlast, The Evil Within, which, you know, were good, not great. And then Resi 7 was hugely popular with people. I'm actually not the biggest Resident Evil 7 fan. Not a big fan of the first person. But can't deny the game's success. And the main thing was, we'd much rather have that than Resident Evil 6. And that's led to us getting the Resident Evil 2 remakes, and of course 3, which have been hugely popular. I mean, I loved Resident Evil 2 remake. And I actually liked Resi 3 remake, which is a bit controversial to say, because not everyone agrees with that. Will that fire deal with them? No. There we go. That's what we should have been doing. But I think it's just interesting how horror's really had a comeback. And it always felt like it was coming. It just needed that big one, and I do think Resident Evil 7 was that. A big AAA, money thrown behind it horror game. And it's great to see it doing well, because it's a fantastic genre that deserved a lot better than what it was getting. Because we definitely had a peak, didn't we, with Resident Evil 4 and then Dead Space. I think Dead Space is the peak. Not in terms of gameplay mechanics, because I think Resi 4 is far superior in how it plays to Dead Space. But Dead Space, in terms of atmosphere and horror, survival horror, I think it's easily the best. Far surpasses Resident Evil, any of the Resident Evils. But that's just my take on horror, as I don't know how much longer is left of this mission. It is quite a slog just through these sections. Our resources are looking a tiny bit better than they were, not massively. There we go. Sebastian's janky jump. I remember this puzzle. I mean, I don't remember the solution, so that could still be interesting. It was a trap. Bah, bah, bah. No, it's the faintest breeze. 50-50 odds. Jeez. Gotta love those odds. Lovely. Indiana Jones. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is very obvious. So yeah, you've got to choose which side to put it in. I mean, it's quite obvious. You're going to put in, not the side with blood, because that's how the person died who tried beforehand. We're going to put in the clear side. There you go. I've never failed that, but I'm curious how much the game lets you think you've succeeded. If that was me, and I was an evil designer, which I would be on something like that, I would open the door, have that camera angle, and then just, as soon as the player moved to go through, just fucking burn them. That's how I'd do it, but maybe that's be a bit evil. That effect looks really cool, actually. For a game that kind of looks a bit dog shit sometimes, compared to some games that came out, there are some really beautiful effects in it. And what I mean by that is, say, like The Last of Us, I think, you know, character models and stuff look a lot better. And it's mainly animations look a lot crisper. Just a bit janky. Right. Can't remember what's going on here. Ah, there's Jimenez.
Doc. Doc, what the hell is going on?
There's no time. I need to figure out how to reverse this if we're going to stop him.
Who? This Ruvik guy? Who the hell is he?
I'm sorry, I have to find this.
I can't help if you leave me in the dark, Doc. And you need me to help.
We were working on a method. How can I explain this? It's like linking brains together. Sharing everything on an electrochemical level. Emotion, memory, perception, everything. Directly. It's unprecedented. The implications on psychology, on pharmaceuticals, on consciousness itself.
Are you serious? It's a fucking nightmare.
Best
Well, I
line
didn't say it
again.
was perfect. Especially not with such a unstable.
Wasn't that what the Riddler was trying in
Great.
Batman Forever?
So your research partner is a psychopath. And we're all inside his head.
So there we go.
Not exactly, no.
We get some
All
implications
of
of
us
the
are
plot.
contributing on some level. But he's the only one with conscious influence.
You know how he thinks. What does he want?
Well, it's just a theory, but I'd say he wants us dead.
That's interesting, because I was wondering that myself playing this, because I'm aware of how it works in Evil Within 2. So Sebastian and the others can influence the world. That's what I was getting there, but it's
Doctor?
mainly Ruvik who can. Ruvik's the only one that can actually consciously influence it, so I imagine stuff from Sebastian. Maybe that explains why the diaries are showing up like that one there, from Sebastian. I don't know. So this is where we get some hints of things going wrong in the city. A lot of missing people. Let's see here, let's press on then. Anything in here, game? We're running low on matches, and I'm not happy about that. I purposely upgraded myself to 15 matches for a reason. Ah, this thing. We've got a mid sprint here, haven't we? We do. So, this thing. This is a boss fight now, because this is a great fight if it is. And I'm ashamed to say I can't remember the name. Oh, we're in the safe place. But so's Ruvik. Ah, so that's the end of the chapter. I thought that that was going to be the boss fight of that creature. And I'm glad it isn't, because it's quite hard, that. And I'd forgotten the name of it and what it meant, so I couldn't have given you that cool lore detail. But hope you enjoyed that one, guys. That was quite a simple chapter. Shorter vid, I'm sure. But I'll see you for chapter 9, guys. Hope you enjoyed as always. See you next time.